Headley with the ball in his hands, right on the halfway line now. And again, another little sloppy touch there by Darlington. They've given the ball away in a slightly risky area, and Ramshaw's got away down the right-hand side. Taylor's in the middle. Lafudu trying to get there as well, and it's Lafudu who ends up having the strike, but it came to him really quickly, and he screws his effort wide of the target. But Darlington, that's more than a couple of times now, Billy. They've just been a little shaky in possession.
Yeah, definitely. We need to try and keep on top of them here and try and take advantage where we can. You know, is their last couple of results in the mind? Having a poor 10 minutes here.
Spennymoor, who've made the brightest start here in the early stages. Can they make that pay with the opening goal here? McKeown stands over the ball. McKeown chips a decent looking cross in, and Curtis' header is in! And James Curtis opens the scoring. 9 minutes on the clock, and the big defender rises high to glance ahead of behind Taylor, who couldn't even move before it was in the back of the net. Corey McKeown's delivery, Curtis's header, 1-0 Moors.
That's nothing more than we deserve either. We've been well on top here, and just as we were saying, we need to take advantage of it. You know, probably a cheap foul they've given away because they're under pressure, and it was good to see Curtis and Mbika get close together as well, cause a bit of a menace, and thought just with Mbika there was down, but James Curtis, he did brilliant to lose his man. It was a great glancing header as well, wasn't it?
Curtis back into the feet of Langley. Hasn't really been tested so far this afternoon, the on-loan goalkeeper. Ball forward for Headley, whose touch is a little bit heavy again, and Blackett's away down the right-hand side. He's been forced wide, he puts it in the middle, it's cleared away. Taylor on the volley there, it's blocked away by the defender.
That's great defending.
Darlington at 6s and 7s again here. The ball isn't clear fully away yet. Taylor then, the Darlington goalkeeper, will line this one up and send it long. Played forward, and Lawler again just with the heavy touch there, and he almost had possession taken away, but it's clipped over the top now. Felix is going to run. Curtis wants to watch this one out. He's got to be careful here. He's being dispossessed, and it's into Hazel. Hazel plays it square, and here's a chance for Lambert. He gets past his man and drives it into the net. And it's 1-1, and Darlington's first meaningful attack results in the equalising goal. Curtis scored at the other end, but perhaps culpable this time. He was trying to watch the ball out. He had it taken from his toes, worked across the goal, and it was very unselfish play from the Darlington players to find Lambert, and he danced his way into space and rammed it beyond Langley. Real sickening of that, because Moors have been so on top, Billy.
Yeah, Moors have been well on top. You know, that'll hurt, that one.
Knocked back forward by Darlington, but Curtis nods it down, looking for McKeown now. McKeown's first touch was good. His second just took him a little bit away from his man, but Blackett almost picked up the pieces, but his ball was intercepted and then swept across the near side beautifully by the midfielder Little. Lambert's cross in, Hazel with a header, and it's 2-1 to Darlington. Hazel's first chance of the afternoon is dispatched with real confidence. A glancing header beyond Langley. I don't think he's had much chance with that one, as it was glanced in by the striker, and Darlington, having been not in this game at all for the first 15 minutes, they've scored 2 quick fire goals to turn it around. They're leading 2-1 now.
Yeah, I think that answers our question. Are they going to miss Mark Beck? It looks like no. Hazel's had a pretty poor game until then, and that's the signs of a good striker. And what they can do, though, he's been quiet all game. Taylor then,
right-footed, long downfield. I say long, it's not particularly long this time. Ross heads it back forward, and McKeown's interested, but Taylor will get there on the edge of the box and put a bit more distance on the second clearance. Appeals for offside there against Hazel, nothing given, and Darlington allowed to continue their attack down the left for Lambert here, who puts inside in his right foot and shoots across goal and wide. And the appeals to the linesman go on after the end of that attack there. It did look like Hazel had come back from an offside decision.
He come back a long way as well, yeah.
Slides it into the feet of McKeown. McKeown with a smart turn. Back to Mbeka. Mbeka strides forward now, looking for an option. Slides it through a gap for Lafudu, who tries to turn away down the right-hand side again. And I think he's got in there. Some people stood up in my view here, though. I can't exactly see, but it's chipped into the box. And then Taylor's little header drops wide of the post.
I'm glad you could see what was happening there.
Can Moors find the time to carve out one more opening before the break here? And Becker onto the centre spot for Blackett. He goes square for Ross, who's got a bit of space to move into here. He's got McKeown also to his left, and here is McKeown now. Defence is sitting off a little bit here, and McKeown takes the opportunity to run, and he will shoot, but it's straight into the midriff of Taylor, who is well positioned. It was strange there. Darlington seemed to have switched off a little bit, and McKeown was encouraged by that. And got his shot on target, but not really ever troubling Taylor.
2 minutes.
McKeown. Another good looking ball in the middle. It's Mbeka, and it's a good save by Taylor. And it's gone behind for a corner, and Mbeka must have thought he'd scored a debut goal there as he met that one at the far post. It was a sprawling save from Taylor, perhaps one you'd expect him to make, I guess, when he went across there and turned it round the post. Possibly made it look a bit more dramatic than it needed to be, but it has resulted in a left wing corner. Langley hangs on up towards Kendall on the near side, who attacks it against Felix and does well in the air. Headed away though by Suka. Back forward by Curtis. Ramshaw's flick on there, Purver in the way. Lambert gets it in field now, and Little can move forward and slide it in behind for Hazel. This is dangerous, and Hazel's through! And Hazel makes it 3-1 inside 3 minutes of the second half. Simple football from Darlington, cut through the heart of the Moors defence. And Hazel provides the finish with his second goal of the afternoon, and Darlington have breathing space here against Moors in the Blackwell Meadows derby.
Just haven't got going in the second half yet. We look a little bit slow. And that was just one pass, split us wide open there. We need to very quickly wake up now. It's gone, put it behind us, but very quickly get going again. We've still got the full second half to play.
Wombwell's surely been fouled on the halfway line there. But play continues, and it's Lafudu inside the centre circle, who slides it through a gap for Blackett. Blackett finds Taylor. Taylor moves it on left-hand side for Kendall, who's going to cross first time here. It's a decent delivery as well, and it's put back in the middle for Ramshaw.
It's got to be a penalty.
And Ramshaw goes down in the challenge. And he looks at the referee and can't believe he hasn't been given a penalty there. Suddenly at the other end there's problems though. Hazel's away looking for a hat-trick. And he drives his shot across goal and wide. You were certain that was a penalty?
I'm actually a little bit speechless. The ball's straight at Rammer's feet, and he's not been allowed a chance to even kick it. He's just been taken out.
Exchanges passes with Ross now, and Curtis has a bit of space to move forward on the halfway line. Now Ross swings it across to the right. Lafudu looking to take on his man on the right side of the penalty area. He drives into the penalty area, and he's got some real progress here. He chops it back, and a chance is cleared away there. It was Blackett's shot that was sneaking in, and I think the Darlington player may have collided with Taylor in trying to keep that out of the net, and Taylor is stayed down. Blackett didn't get the cleanest connection on the strike, and that gave the defender the chance to clear, Billy.
It did, yeah, but you know exactly what we were talking about. We wanted John to be a bit more clinical in the way that he crosses. He did everything right and beat his man, and found Blackett in a really large area of space.
And it's chipped up the line by Headley. And here comes Lambert now, trying to find a way through for Felix, but Spennymoor have done well. And it's Mbeka who can bring the ball out of defence. Here's Lafudu now. Blackett making the run in behind. Lafudu's made some ground here, and he tries to sneak it through a gap for Blackett, and Lafudu continues his run. A chance for Lafudu. Good save by Taylor.
That is a good save.
It was good play by Blackett, exchanging passes there with Lafudu. Lafudu, like a freight train, wasn't he, through the Darlington defence. He got a good strike on goal, but Taylor stayed big and made the block. Ball into the far post there, and Becker gets it clear. Hazel collects it 20 yards out and fizzes it into the feet of Felix now, and Felix can drive it on goal, and it's just over the crossbar at the front post. We'll give Langley the benefit of the doubt and say he had that one covered as it fizzed past his crossbar. Ross now gives it back for Curtis. Curtis into the feet of Taylor. Taylor caught in possession there, and that could be a crucial moment because Moka is driving towards goal. Felix right side of the penalty area now. Can he find the angle for a cross? He chips it across. It's not fully cleared by Langley, but the follow-up header from Hazel is really wasteful.
That should be full.
When it dropped down for Hazel there, you were expecting him to put the ball in there. I think it just came to when he was off balance, didn't he? He was sort of caught flat-footed there, the striker, but Langley was pawed that one up in the air as it threatened to dip in over the top of him. Hazel, watched closely by Curtis, but won back by Moores, and then Becker clips it forward. Taylor with the flick on. It's a lovely run by Lafudu, and he gets there right hand side, and Lafudu still going, falls back for Taylor, who tries to clip a ball towards the far post, and you could see what he was trying to do. It just fell on his right foot, and he was just trying to lift it over the goalkeeper and into the far corner, but didn't get the angles right, and it's onto the roof of the net.
No, I think it's just, like you say, you can see what he's trying to do. We're just probably rushing it a little bit again. But I suppose, when you're out there, that's probably something we do have to move the ball quick, and we have to try a few things now to try and claw one back.
Langley's ball forward, aimed towards Glenn Taylor. Glenn Taylor wins the header, and Shanks is interested here. Callum Griffiths has hooked it over his head and away from trouble in the moment, though. Ross wins the header. Shanks knocks it down. Blackett through a gap. Taylor trying to claw it on. It might fall for Shanks here. And it does! And Connor Shanks has scored on his debut for Moores to bring them back into this game. It was a lovely finish into the roof of the net as it fell kindly for the youngster. And the 20-year-old rammed it home to make it 3-2 here. And it's a lifeline for Jason Ainsley's men, Billy.
It is. That's exactly what we needed. And Shanks has come on with a bit of fresh legs, and I was wary of the position, but actually it's worked well because Taylor hasn't had many people around him all game a lot of time, as he always does. He's flicking his headers and there's no one near him, but he does exactly that, and Shanks manages to get up the pitch, and actually for a debut it's one hell of a finish as well.
A really calm finish when he got in there, just lifted it, made sure that Tommy Taylor had no chance of getting anywhere near that one. Langley takes it short into the feet of Curtis, left hand side. Curtis through a gap for Shanks again. Shanks plays it left hand side for Kendall. It was a lovely pass, and Ramshaw's there as well. Kendall will whip it in the middle. Blackett and Taylor arriving. McKeown! Oh, he didn't get his clean shot away there, McKeown, and Taylor was able to get down to his left and save. But it really fell invitingly for the youngster on the right side of the penalty area.
Don't think he expected it to get through, did he? And probably, if I'm honest, neither did I. But that's a chance. That's a chance. It's good on the left wing here with Ramshaw and Kendall again.
Tommy Taylor then with the free kick downfield. It's flicked on. Becker gets it clear. Becker's got more work to do here down the right hand side of the Moors defence, and he's done it well. Gets it clear towards the halfway line. Darlington try and flick it through a gap, and there's a chance here. And the shot across goal from Theo Williams, I think it was, wasn't it? The debutant there, and it scrapes across the post and wide.
It's that one pass again, isn't it? Split us open there, but we also have to be aware that's going to happen now at this stage of the game as we're committing bodies forward, and we just got to hope and pray that either Langley's on his game or he drags it like that.
Anderson hangs one in there. It's Taylor who attacks it. It's going to bounce around. Will it be hooked in? Oh, it's off the line.
It's off the line.
It was Shanks who was there again trying to force it home.
That's a chance. It's a big scramble in the box and well cleared away off the line, but yet again it shows that set pieces were dangerous. Curtis and Beaker in there. Taylor went and won it.
And now Anderson along the halfway line. There'll be 6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. The referee has added some on, and the ball in
Go,
behind
John.
from Shanks. He'll find Lafudu. Lafudu's got to the byline, and he keeps it in and drives it across, and it doesn't quite fall. Shanks trying to keep it alive. Oh, and Lambert gets it clear. Not fully away from trouble though. Moores have the chance to put the ball back into the box, and it's cleared away, and it falls loose, and it's Shanks trying to work his way through the box again, and then the shot comes in and it's blocked behind for a corner. No, it's a goal kick.
It's a goal kick.
It's come off a red shirt rather than a white one and gone behind.
It's good from Moores though, it's good, and that 6 minutes will give us hope as well.
Substitution for Spennymoor Town, coming off number 28, Corey McEwen, and he's been...